Hey hockey fans, Dana Feigenbaum here in Stores, Connecticut for Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey. UConn men's hockey just started their 4th season as a member of the Hockey East, arguably one of the toughest conferences in all of the country. Coach Mike Cavanaugh, along with assistant coach and West Haven native Joe Pereira, have been around the world recruiting to bring the best players here in Connecticut. Included in this very international roster is one of Connecticut's own Ridgefield native Adam Karashik. Let's learn more about this year's team and how Karashik made his way to UConn. So, Coach, just tell us a little bit how the team's been looking so far this season.
We've been pretty happy with our start. We've played 4 games on the road. We've played pretty well. We lost 1 in overtime, a tough loss there, but bounced back the next night. I'm pretty happy with the start.
In your roster, it comes from a lot of the United States, Canada, and even some from Europe. Is that important when you're recruiting?
I think so. I think diversity is good. Naturally, we want to get the very best players out of Connecticut, but when you have that type of diversity, I think it brings a lot of guys together and you get to learn about different cultures and care for each other a little bit more.
And you do have a Connecticut guy on your roster. Can you tell us a little bit about Adam?
He's adjusted very nicely for us here, and that's one of our goals, to get the top players in Connecticut to stay home and play for the state university, and Adam chose to do that, and we're very happy that he did.
So where did you start playing hockey, and what programs did you play in growing up?
I started playing at the Winter Garden Ice Arena in Ridgefield, Connecticut, and then I went to Brewster Ice Arena, played mites through squirts there, and then I went to Mid-Fairfield Blues. I went to Ridgefield High School. I played there my freshman year. I went off my sophomore, junior year to the Connecticut Oilers program, and then I went to Arnold Farms my senior year.
And you decided to stay in Connecticut. Why'd you choose UConn?
Close to home, family can come to every home game, most away games. Coaches are awesome. They've really helped all the freshman class with adjusting.
Where did you get your start playing hockey, and what programs did you play for?
I actually started playing hockey in West Haven Youth Hockey. I was 4 years old. I just grew up right through the West Haven Youth Hockey system, went to West Haven High, and then I went to prep school at South Kent, and I ended up at BU from there.
And it's all kind of come full circle. Now you're back coaching in your home state. What is it like coaching Division I hockey in your own state?
I think it's great. I always tell kids, so when I went through the process, UConn didn't have a Hockey East team, so like I remember watching Nesson, watching BU or BC. That's why I ended up going to BU. Now with UConn being in Hockey East and being on TV, I think it's really going to start attracting those Connecticut players.
You scored your first career goal this weekend in Connecticut. What was that like?
Pretty awesome, especially having my parents there and my grandma there. It was awesome for them to see that and to get that out of the way.
You're an assistant coach and you're on the recruiting trail a lot. Do you have any good memories or funny stories to share?
Guys like Tage Thompson or Adam Karashik. Tage Thompson could have went anywhere in the country, and he decided to come here, and he called us that night and was like, "Coach, I want to be the first homegrown Connecticut kid to play for UConn." So I think that was like, oh wow, you know what, we're going to be okay. So I think we just got to keep building our relationships in Europe and really focus on developing some homegrown Connecticut kids. It's rewarding to see guys like Tage, and hey, I wish he was still here, but I'm so proud of him being in the NHL. But you see him and you kind of get him at 17 years old, and then he grows up and he matures as a kid and he's playing the NHL, and that's his dream.
And you have a son, he plays hockey here in Connecticut.
He does.
What program is he part of?
He's with the South Windsor team. He's on the Pee Wee B team, and I really like how they develop those kids and make it fun for them.
And you're obviously busy during the hockey season, but how do you help him enjoy the sport of hockey?
I just tell him he's very lucky he gets to play it. So just enjoy every day and try not to get too focused on the results and just try to keep getting better.
What do you look for when you're going out on the recruiting trail and getting these student athletes?
First, they want to be a good kid and they got to be a good student, because usually there's a correlation between kids that work hard in school and work hard on the ice. And then we want kids that want to be here. You know, the kid that doesn't value what we're trying to build here, he won't give us the same effort that we can get out of the kid that might not be as talented. Well, obviously, we're looking for guys that can skate and hockey smarts. That's the most thing. We want to be a fast team.
What do you think growing up made you get to this level of collegiate athletics?
Enjoying it every step of the way. It is at this point, and probably once you turn 12, it gets pretty serious, but just enjoying it and playing hockey for the real reason is having fun and enjoying the guys that you're with. You don't want to take it too serious, but you want to make sure you are being serious. So,
if you had advice for youth playing hockey, what would you tell them?
Don't rush the process. Just let it come to you. If you're good, they'll find you, and just enjoy playing the game.
I think systems can strangle a hockey player, especially at a young age. So I think it's important that they're out there and the old concept of just give and go, moving the puck, going to an area and getting it back. those types of things are going to make you a better hockey player.
When people come to your games this season, what can they look for from the Huskies?
Well, I hope they expect to see more goals. It's something that we've spent a lot of time trying to get more pucks to the net and create more offensive opportunities for us. But one thing they'll always see is a team that competes hard, plays for one another, and gives it their very best effort every night.
With its diverse international roster, UConn is planning to take their game to the next level during the 2017-18 hockey season. We know that Connecticut's own Adam Karashik, along with Coach Pereira, will be contributing to the team's success right here at home. Because you just gotta love Connecticut hockey.